Love life.
Yeah, your love life. Um, how do you identify? Like, what are you attracted to?
I'm attracted to people. I'm attracted to people. I don't have an identification category. If you are a handsome, respectable gentleman, I could talk to you. If you are a beautiful, respectable woman, I could talk to you.
Do you have a preference?
I don't necessarily have a preference. I've noticed that there's more options in one category than the other. And so it may look like a preference, but it's definitely not I don't have a preference. I have an attraction to people. And that depends on the person. Nobody's ruled out. I come from a really interesting background though, because I have dated men and I've dated women. And I actually married a woman. And that ended within a year. And at this point in time, dating is just very interesting. It's different. But this is my first time having to kind of open the opportunity to date in like 7 years or so, because I was in one relationship to another. And so this is my first time really getting to know myself in a different type of way in terms of what I do or don't want next.
So are you currently dating?
Yes, I am actively dating. Yeah, I mean, what does dating mean today, though? Like, is dating like a thing you do because you talk to this person on the phone or FaceTime? Right now, you can't even go on dates. I mean, I guess you kind of can, but what is dating like a title, or is dating just like, are you talking to people who you may be interested in?
I think dating is kind of in between talking and being in a relationship. But you can also it's okay to date multiple people. Like, you are just seriously talking to multiple people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I date. I do that. I'm dating.
So, what was the responses like when you actually came out to friends or family about your preferences?
My friends have always taken a stance of loving me for me. I know some of my friends probably would prefer that I work more traditional and find a man, have babies, so we can do a little rah-rah thing together. And then some of my friends are like, yo, do you? Like, if they're a good person, if I meet whoever you're with and we rock and they cool and they seem good for you, like, I'm happy for you. That was my friend's response. My family, on the other hand, polar opposite. Completely not supportive of anything that is same sex. So it took me much longer to be honest with them about my love life. But really, your love life is yours to live anyway. So it hurts when people don't support or even have an interest in, you know, who you may be with. And that brings a whole different dynamic whenever you're talking about like marrying somebody or having kids with them. That's a whole different challenge when your family is not supportive of that. But yeah, I mean, my family comes from a very spiritual and religious background that I grew up in too. So I struggled with my identity or my sexuality for quite some time and really being confident in that. But as I've grown and matured, I've come to realize, like, I only have one life to live, and I have to live it to the best of my ability. At the end of the day, I want to be the best person that I can be. And if I can't be that person for whatever person that I choose to spend that time with or that energy with, then, you know, it's all in vain anyway. So, you know, my family was not supportive, and they will never be. I could probably assume, but that didn't stop me from loving who I wanted to love.
how many times have you been in love?
I think I've been in love 2 times. Truly in love. Like, you know, when you're younger, you think love looks like, you know, butterflies in the stomach and doing fun things together. But when you get older, you realize that love has a whole different meaning. Like, love goes beyond the boundaries of what you could ever imagine. And I can honestly say there have been 2 experiences where I felt like I loved another person more than I loved myself. And a lot of people say that can't happen more than once in life. I definitely think it can. Because love is also a choice. You can also choose to love somebody beyond their error. You can choose to love somebody beyond what you know. You can choose to love somebody when it's uncomfortable. You know, love is a choice. And so there were honestly 2 times that I felt like I chose to love somebody without conditions.
So what kind of men and women do you find yourself most attracted to? Like feminine women, kind of bring us into like your typical, like if you were dating a woman, what would she look like? And if you were dating a man, what would this guy look like? And this could be attributes, this could be physical, just kind of bring us into that.
I would say there's a standard for anybody who I date first before I break out genders, because I think there's a certain character of a being that I want to be with regardless of gender. Definitely somebody who can have fun with me because I'm goofy. I'm goofy as I don't know what, and I know that if somebody is extremely uptight 24/7, I'm probably not gonna have a lot of fun because I can't do that. I also like being with somebody who has goals and aspirations, like beyond the normal person's level of success. So like a lot of people think like, oh, I got a good job and I'm satisfied. Like whoever I'm with, we're striving for more than like somebody with purpose. That's like a standard. And then I also am attracted to people who can offer me something that I don't already have. And that looks different per person because I don't have it all. So, you know, somebody could offer me support in a different kind of way than what another person can. So that looks different case by case scenario. When I get into individual genders and physical attributes, I definitely like feminine women. I have found myself having a type which seems to be a little curvier on the bottom, which I don't pick out. I'm not just out like looking at ass like no. But it just seems as though if I took the women who I've dated in the past and lined them up, the hips gonna touch. So I realized that I do, in some kind of way, I must be attracted to that. And then I think I like a more nurturing kind of woman because I'm kind of more strong-headed. I could use some guidance in being more gentle, even in my delivery of, you know, the way I talk or advice that I can give. Sometimes I can come off a little hard. So I usually pair well with a woman who is more of a gentle, nurturing type of woman because that support feels different in moments where it's needed the most. And then I offer a different type of support to her than what she can offer herself. So that's usually, in some kind of way, I usually end up with women who can do hair. Like, I guess because I have a lot of it and I just be like, I don't want to do it. And so women are always like, I'll do your hair. And they always do it well. So I always typically, I don't know why. It's not a question I ask on a date, but it just seems to happen that way. Men, I typically am attracted to bigger, like, offensive lineman type guys, you know, very strong, broad shoulders, nice height. Hair and teeth are huge for me with guys. It's like, you know, nice hair, nice smile. I might wink at you. In guys, I look for somebody who is more of a leader for me because remind you, I am a strong woman, like I mentioned, with women. So then the guy, I feel like, has to be even stronger to be able to be with a woman like me. Not that I'm combative or argumentative or anything like that. It's just if you come off weak, I cannot just cannot deal. So yeah, there's some physical, there's some personality. Yeah, those are my types, if there's a type.
How do you deal with alpha males when it comes to both men and women?
Alpha personalities. I've had some alpha personalities. I think because I'm such a cool person, like I know how to be the less dominant when I need to be, but I also know how to speak up if I don't agree. And I'm an agree to disagree kind of person. I can walk away from a situation feeling like it's okay to disagree. Like I don't need to win, you don't have to win. I hear your point of view. I don't do well with force, or like if you are expecting me to like conform to your little world, that doesn't work for me. Like I need somebody that's probably gonna be able to meet me halfway, or that I can meet halfway, because I know I also have to meet too. So it's not necessarily the alpha, it's just, is it reasonable? Is it the right thing? Is it, I don't have a problem taking the back seat. More times than not though, it's a well-balanced situation. Do you feel like I'm the alpha female?
I feel like you could be.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, what would a person have to do to sweep you off your feet?
Give me space to miss you. That will sweep me off on my feet, because you're not just at my disposal. Dress up, make it real for me. I like that. Cute outfits, fun dates, experiences. I'm so not a gift person. Like I don't like stuff. I mean, I buy stuff here and there, but I'm not the one that's like, can you give me this bag? Like, no. But I'm the person like, can we go on a helicopter ride over downtown? Like, it costs the same amount, it's $400. But I would rather do that than you go buy me something. So definitely give me experiences that give me moments that I won't forget, and I have so much fun with you that I don't need to have fun with anybody else like that. Those type of things sweep me off of my feet. And then seeing somebody of service, like seeing people who do good things for other people, or even just the way they talk about people, positive attitudes. Because the first thing I'm turned off by is like negativity, pessimism, all of that, because I'm so upbeat. I try to stay up tempo. I get down sometimes, but I don't want somebody who's gonna be in the slumps when I'm in the slumps, and then we both in the slumps together. That don't make sense. So definitely somebody who has that servant leadership type of personality, that loves to give back to people, that loves to uplift people, that will sweep me off of my feet too.
So is it fair to say that your love language is acts of service?
Yeah, my love language is acts of service. And words of affirmation. Because I think right now, like in today's time, people are so disposable. Like, you can get on Instagram and find a new boyfriend or girlfriend in 5 minutes if you really wanted to. And so affirming me that you are like interested in me, interested in what I have going on, you want to talk to me, we're having genuine, thoughtful conversations, we're not talking about the same thing all the time. It's also fun, like just making me feel secure with your words and actions. Those are the two things, words and action. Words of affirmation and acts of service. They just gotta match.
And then if you had to choose between confidence and a sense of humor, which one do you think would catch your eye?
Ooh. Confidence first. Because confidence is just gonna look different. Sense of humor could be goofy at times. Like, if you're trying too hard, but confidence is gonna give you a natural kind of swag. Like, if you try to be funny, you're not trying to be funny, but you're confident enough to say what you're saying, and that ended up being funny to me. That's different than somebody just trying to be funny. Confidence for sure.
Tell us some of your dating pet peeves.
I mentioned one already. I don't really like hanging around people who are negative. So if you're pessimistic, complaining the whole time on a date, then that's already out for me. Somebody who does too much that feels like not confident in themselves. You know how people get uncomfortable and then they start trying to pretend to be somebody else? I recognize that very easily, especially on dates. It's like, all right, I get it. This is your date face. This is your date behavior, but like, where the real you? So yeah, I can easily tell when people aren't genuinely being themselves, and that's a turnoff to me already. And then people who are easily swayed by like sex, forceful with sex, like too aggressive. Like if the vibe is there, you know, you have to be able to control your sexual desires at the end of the day. Like even for me, it's even like when we get in a relationship, if you're so aggressive with me about sex at the beginning, then I know that there will be somebody else that could probably sway you with sex at some point in our relationship. So if you show that already, like you're easily, you can't control your mind, emotions, and your urges, then I'm already a little turned off from jump. Even if I'm attracted and might want to engage, it's just already gonna be a turn off because I know that that controls you. And that's not, I'm not getting with that.
What's the differences between how men approach you versus how women approach you? Or are you the approacher?
Men don't really approach me, to be honest. Like men, I engage with men in public, and I think I automatically make them feel like a homeboy or a friend, that they don't try to cross that barrier. Some of them I may feel interested in when I first engage, and when I see that either they're getting at other women around me or have talked to my friends, or you know, that type of situation, then they're already eliminated. In the times that they do too, in the times that men have shot their shot, it's been either inconsistent communication afterwards. I lose interest based on who I find out that they are. Like as I get to know them, I'm just not interested anymore. I don't find that they're at a certain level in their life to even date me, and so then I'm done with it. So those are probably my main issues with.
So how do women typically shoot their shot? Like, do they throw themselves at you? Is it very subtle?
It's always extremely subtle. It's always extremely subtle. It's always some looks. It's always a flirt. Like guys don't usually flirt. It's just like all or nothing. Like I love you, I'm in love with you, I want to marry you, or you the homie. It's no in between. And so women, they can do this flirt thing while you're in this same space, and it makes you kind of more inquisitive. It makes you wonder, and then whenever the opportunity presents itself, that it's different. Women are very sneaky, and they know how to get what they want, and they're patient. Women are very patient, and so a woman can have her eyes on me for 10 months and just sit on it, you know, or I could have my eyes on somebody and never say anything. I'm not really a big pursuer. Like I'm not about to, I don't really see people in public and I'm like, oh, I'm about to go talk to you. It's only been, I can probably count on less than one hand how many times I saw somebody and was like, I might try to talk to him or her. Most times it's a situation where we just end up liking each other because we both flirted with the idea without saying anything.
What's an example of a subtle chase for you when it comes to females?
It's all in the eyes, really. If we doing some type of deep eye contact and we don't know each other like that, we're not in conversation, we're not kicking it, then that's kind of my sign, like, okay, like that's a little different. The engagement is different. Like women are huge flirts. Like I can't even say like when women are like, guys are always flirting with me or trying to check me out, I'm like, women do the same thing. It's just far less noticeable. It's far less noticeable, but when you notice, because you're looking back, that's how I know. Like if it could be women looking at me and I'm not paying attention to them, so I don't even know that they're doing it. But the ones that I see back are always, I'm typically writing.
And then I guess to wrap this up, do you think you'll ever get married again?
I definitely believe in soulmates. I believe in forever partners. I believe in love. So I definitely am not opposed to getting married again. I am opposed to making the same mistake twice. So if I see any of the red flags that I should have recognized the first time that I did it, then I won't. But that won't keep me from trying to find my person. So I definitely think at some point down the line, I would get married again, and I would get married to the right person.